We're long and athletic.
I believe we all could play like anywhere on the field.
You know, they can run. They're a very focused group, and they're competitive, man.
That's how the Sycamores describe the secondary this season, a group which brings a lot of talent, but Coach Dion Broomfield calls them a unified group.
I think they just stick together. You know, they're a really tight group, and when you have that, usually, you know, groups that hang together, you know, not just around the football offices, but when they're at home, when they're, you know what I mean, they're together, and it's a really tight-knit group, and, you know, they push each other to achieve more and want to be more, and I think that'll carry over to Saturdays.
Keavis Cummings brings a ton of playing experience from Austin Peay, along with tremendous athleticism.
Of course, you said the experience, like you said. I've been to a few different schools, so I mean, I've seen a lot of different coaches, learned a lot of different techniques. I mean, nothing really changes, but you know, the more people you be around, the more coaches you be around, you learn more technique. You can bring that in. Of course, I learned a lot from them too, also. So I mean, I think it is experience and techniques and just a lot of different things that you can teach them.
Well, he's an experienced player. You know, he's played a lot of football at a competitive league, so he's coming from a background of playing a lot and also just the type of kid he's very competitive, and he loves football. He's a very smiley, you know, joyful kid, and that rubs off with other guys. When guys are in the second, third week of camp and he's out here running around smiling, that definitely has an effect where guys, you know, they got to match that type of energy.
Sycamore fans better not have forgotten about Mekhi Ware, who missed all of last season due to multiple medical reasons. With the help of Kellen Norris and the athletic training staff, Ware is ready.
He helps with just the progressions of injuries, and yeah, he just helps a lot with that. So Kellen's a big addition to this team.
We had a lot of conversations during that time that he was missing last year, and you know, his approach throughout that year was, you know, he played as a freshman, and we kind of used to say, hey man, this is a redshirt year for you, so don't pout, don't have a sad face. Use this year to get better, and I think that's the way he approached. You know, we were able to practice with him through individual, so he got to work on some technique stuff, and you know, he's bigger, he's stronger, and he's been in the classroom with us. He didn't miss a position meeting. He was there for every, you know, game week, game prep. He's a smarter, stronger, and better technique. So I'm very excited about what he's going to bring to the table this year.
Freshman year to this year, I feel like my body's more physically ready to play. That's the biggest thing, more physically ready to play. And just sitting out the whole last year, I got a lot of football knowledge from we switched defenses, and the defense, just sitting out from a different view, I got a lot more knowledge from the game.
Caleb Newman made multiple starts last year after transferring in from junior college. In primetime, Dwayne Thompson was able to get experience, and both feel much more prepared for the 2019 season than they did 1 year ago.
The year was huge for me. Not having a red shirt, I think the year really helped me. And this year too, just not been having to work about the playbook and just playing fast. And definitely learning how to practice and just my tempo at the line of scrimmage and coming out of my breaks. Just being able to play like confident and not panicking as much, because it moves really fast, and that year really helped me just slow it down.
You know, he sees what it takes, you know, to be able to work and play at a high level. And, you know, he was a freshman. He went through some bumps and bruises last year, and now he understands the demands, not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental preparation standpoint. So I think he should be, you know, sharper. He's had a great camp. One of the guys that really came out here, we wanted to see him improve, and he's done that to put himself in a position that I think he should carry over to the fall and be a guy that we can depend on.
It was just a big jump going from JUCO to here. Obviously, like technique-wise, you know, you just get one play and it's just that. When you get here, Coach Wilson, you know, he wants more technique. He wants you to get your eyes right and everything like that. And I just feel like this year would be way better. I know the plays, so now I could just play.
You know, being a guy that played last year, you know, he has some experience under his belt, and anytime you can, you know, carry that from a year. You know, obviously in the spring he sat out, so I wanted to see him take more of a leadership role with some of the younger guys, and he's done that. You know, he was very locked in during the spring, and now coming over, he's knocking some rust off and some technique stuff. But really, I want to see him embrace being an older guy that's played.
Been no secret, Indiana State has had a tough time defending the passing game, mostly due to the back end of its defense. They are ready to change that tune.
Like you said, even the guys that don't get a lot of reps, I mean, I watched them, and we got some guys coming up like Matt. It's going to be pretty nice, man. He's only a freshman, but of course the guys that we got out there right now, yeah, I mean, it's looking good.
You look at a guy, you know, like Anthony Tucker, who's been a very mainstay in our back end, who's played a lot of football. He's going to be there. We got a freshman, Matthew Griffin, who's come in and he's done everything. You know, you see him, he went up with some older guys in the older groups, and he performed well. So we got to keep bringing him along. And, you know, anytime you feel like you have 5, 6 guys that you can utilize at any drop of a second. One guy goes down, you're only one play away.
Coach Wilson talks about it all the time, being able to play man, and we have to take that, with us. Like, we can't blame anybody. The D-line, we have to tighten up in the secondary, and we really taking that to that challenge because Coach Wilson said if we can play man, then we'll be able to do a lot of stuff with our defense. But if not, then we'll have to simplify it. So we always don't want to be the weak link on our defense.
For more on Indiana State football, you already know what I'm going to say. Stay right here at GoSycamores.com.